Good morning, it's Thursday and it's raining and you are joined by my laundry. I'm hungry because it's late for me to be eating breakfast. I had a slow start to the day, need to get on, and I want to share some food with you and recipes and talk about weight gain, body image, body confidence. I started this series recently where I did a Q&A and talked all about those things. And it was really wonderful to hear from all of you and open up like that, because I know it's something that so many women struggle with. And it's something I want to talk about more on my channel because it's dear to my heart. It's something I've been through. It's something I experience currently. I am, to be honest, fed up of seeing too much contrast online between diet culture and what I eat in a day that are just like really, really restrictive, and people focusing too much on health and fitness in a very black and white way. I am someone who really loves health and wellness, fitness, looking after my body, and I want to be somewhere, you know, that you can follow along for self-care in a balanced way. I love supplements, eating healthy, going to the gym, going on long walks. I'm just all about the mindful wellness things. But they can very easily creep into the toxic, the black and white thinking. And so this series is basically all about looking after yourself in a self-care way that is kind, gentle and attainable, and no extremes, because I need that reminder. So we're going to make a delicious breakfast. We're going to challenge ourselves, and I hope that with these videos you will gain something from this and be helped in a way through whatever thing you're experiencing with your body image, your weight, your experiences around food. So let's make a breakfast, and I have the same breakfast every day because I'm boring, and maybe you've seen this before, but there you go, for reality. I ain't someone who's going to be making something crazy every day filled with loads of random ingredients. I eat the same thing every day. So you may have seen me do this a million times. We've got our omelette mixture. This is a vegan omelette mix. It is chickpea flour, black salt or kala namak, and nutritional yeast. Very simple. The recipe is in my cookbook, so if you have this, it's in here, and I'll leave a link to it down below as well. So I just dish up my little pre-mixture, and I've shared this so many times, but I do this because it saves the faff of mixing it every day. And then you add in water. We mix everything together, and you can just leave it like this. This is just a simple plain omelette if you don't want any veg. You can add some vegan cheese. I like to have it with vegetables. So I have tomatoes and onions or mushrooms. Those are my two favorite combinations. Alex loves red pepper and tomato. So it kind of depends what your favorite veg combos are. My favourite is actually with shallot, but we don't have any. This is a red onion. I find shallot is so delicious. So then we can add our veg into our omelette. I then do also like to add some chili flakes, and sometimes I'll add paprika, but at the minute I'm just loving a handful of chili flakes to make it spicy. You could also add herbs in there. That would be delicious. And then I'm gonna put some olive oil in a pan, and I don't go light on the olive oil because it tastes better. Olive oil is definitely something that I would have restricted in the past. I would have told myself I need to use the sprays or not put too much in there. That is, for me, negative triggering mentality. And so I now go with what tastes best and what I feel best eating. And these omelettes always cook better, and they taste really delicious when they've got that crispy edge that's from the olive oil. Swirl it round to mix all the, whoops, went a bit far with the swirling, to mix all the veg. And it should look something like that. You've got the right amount of olive oil if you can kind of see it around the edge. And you cook this for 5 minutes. Literally just, you could set a timer and don't touch it, because if you touch it too early, it will not work and it will probably break apart. Also, don't have the temperature too high. You want a medium to high heat. And I'll just leave that, and then I'll make my smoothie. I've added this smoothie to my breakfast because I don't love having an omelette with toast. I don't know why. This was an example of me like listening to my body. Don't enjoy it as much, don't enjoy the taste. The bread ends up being quite dry with the omelette. I prefer the omelette on its own. Alex loves to have the omelette on a piece of toast, so give that a try if you, you might like that. But I was finding, and I said this in a vlog recently, and this was kind of what sparked some of this conversation, I was finding I was just a bit hungry. So I've added a smoothie because this is another way of getting in all the lovely things that I like to have, because I do like all these health things. Like I love adding all this goodness in. I think of it as adding in rather than restricting. So this is the Wild Nutrition protein powder. I really like this one because it's vegan. It has got adaptogenic mushrooms, plant proteins, super greens. It's organic, all the things I love. Not something that you need in your life, but I love it. I actually do have a discount code for them. And this is what I mean, that I feel like I'm in between these two places where like I love health things, I love to take care of myself and look after myself, and it interests me, nutrition interests me, but I have to keep myself in check that I don't make it go toxic. So this is where the balance comes in. So we've got those two in there, and then I add in some yogurt. A little yogurt. It's a really simple smoothie, and then top it up with water. And I just feel like previous Maddie would have thought, well, a smoothie is a breakfast or that's a breakfast, and now I'm like, well no, because it depends on how hungry you are. And I want to say this for you as well, everyone is so different. If you're watching What I Eat in a Day and you're like, oh my god, I'd be starving if I only ate that much, or you're watching What I Eat Today and you think, wow, that's way too much food for me, it's because you're different to the person you're watching. So if you're watching my video and you're like, what the heck, that's all she has for breakfast, or what the heck, she has that much food for breakfast. Everyone is so different, so never compare yourself and what you eat to what other people eat. And I really hesitate sometimes sharing what I eat in a day is for that reason. I hope that they can offer some recipe inspiration and maybe show you that there's a variety of things I eat all the time. There is a balance there. I know lots of people love them for the inspiration for recipes, and that's the point of view I always want to share with you. Don't copy me, because we're all different. My body is very different to yours. Here we have our delicious smoothie, which kind of realistically for me, it's because I want to have protein powder more. Ooh, because it's like a way of me making sure I get enough protein every day. Again, that's not something that you need to do. Most people will get enough in their normal diet. It's just something that I want to do because I go to the gym and sometimes I forget to eat enough protein, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like a nice way to just make sure. And I really like the taste of it. Berries are so good for you, so I love having berries. And then the banana, it all just helps to keep me full. Smoothies though are more of a snack. I always think there's a bit of an alarm bell because I used to do this. If you just have a smoothie for breakfast. Personally, for me, that was never enough food. I put too much water in here. So usually by the time my smoothie's done, my omelette's nearly ready. So you can probably see the difference here. It's looking fluffier. It may not show up on camera, but here there's like a little bump, and that's when like the air pockets are forming, so you can flip it or fold it. So I'm just gonna fold this. And then you have, this is where if you don't do the oil, you don't get that gorgeous golden omelette, and that is my favourite way to do it. I look forward to this every day. Look at these beautiful sunflowers. Oh, let's put them in frames so you can enjoy them as well. I look forward to my breakfast every single day, and I have so much joy in food now when I used to have so much dread. And I feel really sad for the Maddie that used to feel that way, because I used to be afraid of food and I used to think of it always as something I was stressed about. This is gonna make me gain weight. Is this right? Is this wrong? This person eats this way, this person eats that way. And it's just it's very stressful to live your life that way. So I'd really recommend you listen to your body, ignore what I'm sharing. If you're someone who loves a sweet breakfast, have a sweet breakfast. If you love the idea of this, give it a try. If you would like less food or more food, this is where we're also individual, and it's about listening to who you are and what you like. You'll notice this from just even the people around you in your life, and don't ignore that, because it is not a one size fits all. I really challenge you, if you've been struggling with food recently, maybe a place to start is I challenge you to find a breakfast that you adore and love and look forward to every morning, and make it tomorrow and enjoy that first start of the day and be mindful, sit with your food and enjoy it and think, I'm so lucky to eat this, this is so delicious, this is all I'm craving. And maybe after a few weeks, you'll start to have more positive feelings around the food that you're eating. I know it can be challenging and difficult. It could be a nice place to start to just focus on the good in your food. It's my favourite time of day, to be honest. Before work has to start. That breakfast was glorious. It gets more and more glorious every day. And do you know what? The tomato and onion thing started in Spain when we were in Mallorca, because obviously tomatoes are delicious there. And now I'm having it at home. I was having mushrooms before, and this is a silly little thing, but now it feels so nostalgic and comforting because it reminds me of my holiday. And when I came home, I was like, I just want to keep having the tomatoes and onions rather than going back to the mushrooms. And it was weirdly symbolic for me because we really needed that holiday. I was feeling pretty down before the holiday, and when we went on that holiday, it just rejuvenated me and Alex. I don't know why I just put so much emotional attachment to food, but now I feel like I'm in a new chapter of my life, and every morning when I have that breakfast, I think this is the new phase for me. And that sounds crazy, but maybe you can relate, and it makes me feel like I'm still trying to embrace that mentality I had on holiday of rest and recuperation and being kind to myself. And food does that for me sometimes. I have emotional attachments to food, so yeah, maybe there's something nostalgic that you can find within your food that can bring you that reminder or happiness. I'm going to do a couple of hours of editing whilst I enjoy my smoothie. Good afternoon. The clock has just struck 12 and I've just done a rough edit of my vlog. This was the Q&A portion. Yeah, I was just thinking like how intense it is, these thoughts and these feelings that we all have, a lot of us anyway. And I was being reminded when I was watching me answer some of those questions how like kind and gentle I need to be to myself. So I'm going to make myself a delicious lunch, have a little bit of a sort of moment, a break. This is something I'm working on. Maybe you struggle with this if you are a type A kind of / type B. This is my struggle too. I'm both. I need to remind myself to calm down and rest and have gentler moments through my day. I love working. It's my passion. It's like something I'm so proud of my job. It's Roxy right on cue. But I need to remind myself to take breaks because I sometimes wasn't doing that before, and then it made me not very productive because when I was working I was procrastinating. So I'm having more structure to my time, and that includes taking breaks to actually have lunch and sit and enjoy my food and relax and switch off. I've been like reading my book, that kind of thing. So it's really helped me. If you're rushing your lunches or you're rushing your meals, you're not giving yourself that time off. Obviously it doesn't work with every job, I understand that, there's limitations there, but if you're able to, give yourself that time, or if you can meal prep so that you have food ready so you can actually enjoy the time and not be spending it cooking, that can be really helpful. I'm not sure what I'm going to have. I'm going to look in the fridge, but we're going to make some nice lunch and then I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and I really want to, well, I want to read my book for like a good hour. I feel like I need to like switch my brain off before I get back into editing mode. We've got loads of tofu, so I'm going to make something with tofu, and I'm probably going to have tofu for dinner as well because I don't know how we've ended up with so much of it. Oh, I know what I can have. There's this big panzanella salad left over, which is utterly delicious, and it might be live on the website by now. I'll link it if it is, but it was so good. We've shot that the other day. A lot of my life is leftovers because of shooting recipes, and we've got loads of courgettes. I'm going to, for dinner, we'll make something really fun. I kind of feel like we should do like a really yummy pasta or curry or something. So we've got loads of courgettes. We've got like, oh, I know what we could do. Do you have any coconut milk? I'd love a tiger in curry. I could always nip out if we don't. So we've got quite a lot of salad as well. This is my issue. Kale. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cooking. I think I'll film tomorrow as well, so I can share some more recipes of what I'm gonna do with all of this yummy food. So I think I'm gonna have lots of this salad. So this needs to be eaten today because it's kind of the sort of salad you really ought to eat the first day you make it. You shouldn't really be having it for leftovers because it's croutons, and these were fried and now they're getting soggy because the dressing. So me and Alex will have this, and I'm gonna fry up a block of tofu, and maybe I could make it pesto-y, because that might suit the flavourings. Do you want tofu, Alex, for lunch? Do you want it pesto-y or spicy? Like harissa-y with the panzanella?
Spicy?
We've got harissa. Maybe let's do harissa. Maybe that would match better. Okay. Does that sound like a good?
Yeah.
Whoa. I have tofu a lot and I'm very lazy with it. I have this tofu press. Sometimes what I do is I will literally, well, usually I just press it when I'm chopping whatever else I'm cooking, but today because the salad is prepped, sometimes I literally just press it. I know you can push these down. Press it for like that amount of time and that's enough just to get some, liquid out. It's better to do it for longer, but yeah, a good chunk has come out. I'd love to know what you want to see from this series, day in the lives, ideas for feeling good, recipes. I mean, my vision is just that I'm going to create lots of cozy videos that are going to be comforting for you, sharing lots of nice, healthy habits that I use to help me have a positive relationship with food and my body, that kind of thing. But if you have anything specific you would like to see, let me know. Maybe we could have a day of like comfort foods and I can share with you some of my favourite comfort foods. Let me know. I'm all ears and what subjects you want me to discuss, because I figure that this is going to just be a nice thing for you to follow that you can hopefully take something from. So with tofu, I'm usually quite lazy. I fry or heat up some olive oil, chuck the tofu in, and the best way for tofu, if you're being lazy, you can marinate it in the sauce beforehand, but usually I don't bother to do that because I personally don't ever think to do that. I'll fry it until golden, and then when it's golden, then you put the flavour on, because otherwise if you put the sauce on too early it can all fall apart. So fry it until it's really golden on like quite a high heat, keep tossing it, and you should get perfect tofu. So you can see how this is really nice and golden now. So you can just toss it around. I tend to kind of let it do its thing, not toss it too much, but you toss it around a few times, and now I'll add the sauce. I think I'm just going to throw the harissa in there and leave it at that probably. Maybe a little bit of salt and pepper. So there's our delicious colourful lunch. The salad is a little soggy, but it's still delicious and it's still very colourful, and I'm gonna enjoy this very much. Dream lunch, really. I'm also gonna take my supplements because I forgot to take these. Oh, this is the wrong one, but I'm gonna take B12 and ashwagandha. So I take B12 because I'm vegan. Really important supplement if you're vegan. And then ashwagandha is like for anxiety and for your moods. It really helps to keep you calm. And these are from Wild Nutrition. I do work with them and I have a discount code, but this is not an advert with them. But I really recommend them just because it's food-based supplements instead of being synthetic. So obviously any supplement that you can get your hands on or afford is good if you need a specific supplement. But if you are someone who's into supplements and you want to be having the best version of them, Wild Nutrition is my favourite because they are food-grown supplements. They're not synthetic, so they're going to be absorbed by your body better. So I take those every day. Weirdly little habits like that, things like supplements, smoothies, even skincare, putting my makeup on, putting on a nice outfit. Those things really boost my confidence because it makes me feel like I'm looking after myself. It gives me better self-esteem, just makes me feel like I'm worth looking after. And sometimes the smaller habits, like taking your supplements or doing your skincare, they're the ones that kick off the bigger habits. You know, I don't know, going on a nice walk or reading your book or trying to be more productive in your day. Maybe those ones are a bit more challenging because they require a lot more effort. I find the little habits like this pretty helpful. So it gives me that little boost of like, I've done something good for my body, I'm taking care of myself. So let's try this harissa tofu. I love the colour of it. It's like bright orange. Delicious, got the nice spice. I've just got changed into my comfies because, to be honest with you, this is me being totally candid, I've had just, a triggering moment. I was editing the thumbnail for the the first video in this series, and I had the idea to do like a kind of then and now of my weight before and my weight now, and I found an old picture of me in a bikini, and I thought I'll just go upstairs and take an after, you know, just a candid photo of me in the mirror. And as someone who experiences obviously really bad body dysmorphia, body confidence issues, I tend to avoid mirrors. I don't look at my body in the mirror. I also tend to avoid photos being taken of me when I'm not wearing clothes that I don't feel comfortable like being photographed in. Obviously it's really weird because my job is filming my videos, but obviously I'm in control of that to a degree. So if on holiday, for example, like in Mallorca, there's not a picture of me. I think there's one picture of me in my swimming costume because I'm like lying down, or like selfies I've taken, but I wouldn't be there like posing in a swimming costume. Whereas I used to not maybe worry about that so much. I know I say this, that's me romanticizing 100% that photograph, even the one I've chosen for the thumbnail. I remember thinking this is actually insane. I remember thinking I looked big in that. I remember thinking my stomach didn't look flat, and I was like self-conscious of that photograph, which looking at it now, I genuinely have, like, that is what body dysmorphia is, because that is insanity. Yeah, it's basically just been one of those moments. So if you've experienced that too, looking at old photos, looking at current photos, I don't know the answer to that either, because I don't know if the answer is just to, like, it's avoiding stuff when you're afraid of it isn't good either. Like looking at photos of you now, you can't just avoid photos or having your photo taken, or, you know, avoid what your body looks like, because you have to have a level of acceptance, self-acceptance and body acceptance. So maybe that's something I need to work on and think about now, that I have been avoiding that for fear of my body. And the reason it's triggering is because I've put it out of my mind. And I guess it's because I don't recognize myself. When you gain weight, you don't recognize yourself because you have an image of yourself of what you once were, and that's your kind of idealized version of you. But the reality is you're constantly changing in your brain and in your body, and you will never stay just one version of you. And I have to reach that point of self-acceptance for my body and for my brain, and that's a huge challenge. So I might try and think of ways in which I can work on that, a level of self-acceptance. Maybe I need to take my own advice and write in my journal the things that I accept about myself, that I'm grateful for currently as I am, rather than thinking about changing it. Because looking at that image, I was like, oh my gosh, that is shocking. Who is that person? I need to change that. Like, I don't know, which is just the mentality I'm trying to run away from. And that's what's ended up, to be honest, in me losing and gaining weight over the years. So there's me being completely candid with you. And I'm going to really try throughout this series to be candid with you, because it is hard. And that's not to say that, like, by the way, when I say all this is not to say that weight gain is inherently bad, or being in a bigger body is bad, or being in a bigger body than mine, or a smaller body than mine. I'm talking about my personal experiences, which are unique to me. And I don't feel this way about other people. And don't compare yourself to me if you're thinking, oh my gosh, well, she's smaller than me, or I'm smaller than her. You know, it's never helpful to compare to other people. This is just like how I feel. Anyway, I'm not going to let those triggers and that feeling that I have currently, I feel really awful. I'm going to speak to Alex, he'll cheer me up, and I'm going to make myself a really nourishing dinner, because despite weight gain, I deserve a nourishing meal that is not laced with me trying to lose weight. Speaking of nourishing foods, this is a delicious loaf of bread that Alex has just made. Oh, look at that. Alex has saved the day, because I said earlier how I was craving a Thai curry, and Alex ordered a Hello Fresh. Why was it free? Was it a deal that you saw? He just got a deal and it was really cheap.
So it was completely free. I thought, oh, I'll try that. And then they normally do referral deals, and this one was just like completely free, including free delivery. I thought, well, why would I not do that?
We've done Green Chef a lot in the past, but maybe only I swear HelloFresh didn't used to do vegan. Well, they've just introduced it now.
Yeah, maybe.
So
they had a lot of veggie options.
He's going to make the curry and we'll add extra veg in there because we've got so much from Riverford. So Alex is going to cook. Is that right? And I'll show you the food.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm going to go to Truro, so I'm excited. I'm going to get Sabzi because I'm getting my hair done. So you can come with me and maybe we can have a nice little, maybe find a nice sweet treat in Truro.
Wait, me or you? Me,
but I was wondering maybe we could find donuts or something.
Donuts, eh?
This is smelling delightful. So what have we got?
Thai curry.
With, did you say garlic rice?
Yes.
We've added in some broccoli, I can see. Yummy smelling tofu. It smells like lemons and garlic and spice. Oh, yay.
Also got lemon zest in it. It's 4 portions.
Let's rate this Thai green curry then. That's delicious. Thank you, Alex. Oh my god, that's so good. Good morning. I have just got up and got myself ready for the day. This morning I'm getting my hair done. Another part of this whole thing is when you gain weight, your clothes don't fit you, and trying to dress a different body. I use Pinterest quite a lot to get inspiration for outfits, for clothes and outfits that I just love the look of, that really don't have anything to do with the person's body. I just think it looks cool. And that's the perspective that I try and dress from. Obviously, I think I do still have a lot of work to do with feeling more confident in the shape that I am and dressing for that, which I'm working on. I need to wear more like dresses that are fitted, that make me feel confident, which I feel okay to do like on holiday if I'm going out in the evening, or like if I have that confidence to just go for it. But day to day, I just want to be comfortable, which is valid as well, you know. But I've got this Per Una dress on that I love because the skirt is just so huge. It's one of the best buys, and it does make me think that I would like more dresses like this because it's all the way to the floor, and because the skirt is so wide, it just looks a bit more dramatic and it's super comfortable. And then I've just got this shirt on that I got in a charity shop. It's like a red gingham, really, really small gingham. I quite like the crisscross. It's just kind of like a bit unique, and I don't know if this is a bit of a trend recently, but I'm seeing lots more people just sort of do it up at the top and leave it open. And I think I literally pinned an outfit of a girl wearing I'm pretty sure it was a blue shirt like the one I was wearing yesterday, over a floaty white dress with some ballet flats, and I just thought I could do that with so many items in my wardrobe. And then I've got my red Vivea little ballet flats, which are the best purchase because I wear them so much. I've got them in black as well, and I think I've got a discount code, so I think it's Madeleine 12 or something. I couldn't decide what bag. I kind of want to go for this vibe because I want to go for just like fun, relaxed, late summer kind of vibe. And I'm going to make my breakfast now and just feel confident in my outfit. I know it's very oversized, it's covering my body, but maybe sometimes like you don't want to make your outfits all about your body. You just want to exist and express yourself in a way that you feel comfortable. I'm gonna, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna make my breakfast, do like an hour of work before I have to leave. Arrived in Truro and it's time for some self-care. I love getting my hair and nails done, doing my makeup, getting dressed. It really makes me feel very positive and confident. If I've gained weight, if I'm feeling not very body confident, feeling not very good about myself, small things like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, putting a nice outfit on, doing your makeup pretty, it makes a world of difference. And when you don't feel good about yourself, you don't tend to want to do those things, or at least I don't. So I'm gonna feel very glamorous. You can't really see it before because my hair's up, but I'm gonna really try and ask that they don't trim too much off because I really want to grow my hair and keep it long. very glam. I got my hair done at Goldbird, I always do. It's an Aveda salon, so they use Aveda hair dye. And got a nice blow dry, had a little trim of the dead ends, not too much off, and I'm feeling fab. And now I'm gonna go and get Sabzi, because I can't not if I come to Truro. It is hot in here. Oh my gosh, let me show you my hair. I chickened out of getting a fringe, but I love how she's blow dried it. Got some layers, all fresh at the ends, while keeping the length, which is exactly what I wanted, so I'm feeling great. And I love how shiny it is when I dye it. It did make me realise though that I don't need to get it dyed so regularly, because she agreed that I think it had been like 12 weeks, but my hair looked actually okay. I got Sabzi, let me show you. If you haven't heard of Sabzi, then they're my favourite thing in Cornwall. They have one in Padstow, Newquay, Truro and Falmouth. So if you're in any of those places in Cornwall, I'd really recommend you go and get their lunchbox or ultimate Sabzi box. They do amazing dal. If you are vegan, then you can just ask for the vegan option. Everything is vegetarian. I think they do now have an option to add like fish or something, but their whole ethos is local and sustainable, just full of fresh, it's very like plant-based, so it's amazing. So we always have the most delicious potatoes, and they usually have hummus, but then these salads always alternate seasonally. So it looks like we've got a mixed bean salad, like a beetroot tabbouleh, and then a coleslaw, but they always change, which I love. So it means you're always getting something different, and it's always so delicious. I honestly think if I lived in Truro, I would give my entire salary to Sabzi. I would eat this every day. It's so good. I would say actually this is my favourite type of food. Dishes like this where they've got all the different variety of veg and grains, and it's very Mediterranean and just very Middle Eastern. Like the flavours are just packed. Each dish is always packed full of flavours. If I was to pick one thing I'd eat every day for lunch, it would be something like this, like mixed salads of different flavours and nutrients and all the goodness, because it makes me feel really good. And I pay attention to that now. Like there are certain foods that maybe they taste so delicious, but you don't feel so good afterwards. This is the sort of thing that ticks both of those boxes, and I absolutely love it. They also do great coffee. I was going to get one, but I've had a coffee today, so I got a chai latte instead. Let's try it. Hopefully it's not too hot. Oh, delicious. So let's go home and I'll have my salad outside in the sunshine, because the sun has come out.
Is this mine or
no?
Is this mine inside?
No thanks, it's mine. The weather is so glorious that all I want to do is go and sit outside and read my book. That's the bad thing about living in a place that's so gorgeous. I feel so lucky to live. Look, you can see I'm really tired actually. I don't know why I'm so tired. Yeah, when you live in somewhere so gorgeous, it's just like, especially like a tourist spot, all I want to do is just be like, right, that's it for the week, and just go to the beach. But I have a few things to edit, so I'm gonna enjoy my little peanut butter cup. Let's eat this. So it looks like it's kind of like a flapjack on the bottom. That's so good. I really want to make more homemade stuff, like baking at home, because I just do love to have a sweet treat with a cup of tea. Come on. Come on. We're back from our lovely dog walk on the beach and we're having burgers, chips and salad. So we got the ones from M&S. We actually haven't had these in so long, but Alex suggested it and it just feels like the perfect thing to have on a summer evening. So I've just ripped it, but it's these ones. They're some of the best vegan burgers I've ever had. Like, look at the thickness. Although I feel like they used to be thicker. They used to do like these like really thick ones. Maybe these are slightly different, but they're still good. I've made a huge salad. We had way too much salad from Rutherford by accident this week, so I've emptied it all into here, and then we can enjoy this weekend. And because I've already prepped it, I'll eat it. And we've got this amazing hot and sweet jalapeno relish with some Violife cheese that I'll put on the burgers, and then the chips are cooking in the oven, our dirty oven, and we've got these rolls. Look how good these look. And then in M&S, I grabbed Percy Pig's Fizzy Pigtails. These are my favourite sweets of all time. They are just so good. Very expensive, but so good. Am I in focus? There I am. Popcorn kernels, because we're going to watch Lord of the Rings tonight, and we're going to have a little bit of a movie night. Alex's crisps that he buys, I don't know why he loves these. These are the Worcester sauce ones, but he absolutely loves them. Please explain yourself why you love those. And then we got these, we each got a bag of these Rocky Road pieces from M&S, and they're actually really good, aren't they?
Why are you talking about me?
Because I'm saying how you're weird for liking the Worcester sauce crisps.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Food's ready. Would you look at that? Somebody wants a piece. You ain't having any, mate. These chips, boiled, preheated the oven with some rapeseed oil, cooked them and tossed them with salt. Perfect. Look at this burger. Oh my God. How good does that look? Really beautiful lighting. I look fluorescent red. Let's dig into this burger. Roxy! Alex!